What's up, everybody? Unrested here, or as my sign says, ested, because you can't see the rest, and that's kind of stupid. Why do I even put this sign up if I'm not going to show the whole thing? Here. There we go. Turn it, Scott. Turn it, Scott. You did all that work. Show the world. You're unrested. There you go. You did it. Okay. So today I watched a video, and I don't remember exactly when it came out, but it is Sandra no Sekai's latest video, and it's entitled "The Hardest Video I've Ever Had to Make." And unfortunately, but understandably, she is heading home. It is her last year in Japan, and she's going to head home. School has become very stressful for her, and that is something I can completely understand. Although I will say her Japanese is probably about 1,000,000 times better than my own Japanese, so don't think that she is any sort of failure at learning the language. I'm sure she sounds completely eloquent compared to my caveman Japanese that I speak. So she's saying in her video, and I don't usually give out a lot of personal information about people, but she said in her video, so I'm just literally paraphrasing what she said, that it's become too stressful, it's bumming her out, she's taking on too much. And I just want to say to her and anybody else, because I have another friend who this recently happened to too, she's posted it on Facebook a bunch and talked about it. You probably know her videos too, and if you don't, you should subscribe. Watashi is her name. And she too just got bummed out with school. It burned her out. And guys, let me just tell you, one of the best Japanese speakers we know in jvlogging history, and he told me this and he made a video about it, so I feel like it's not me giving away personal information again. Hikosaemon, a man who speaks Japanese so well that people like Victor, Give Me a Break Man, Give Me a Flake Man, and Mexican Samurai 100 have told me he speaks Japanese so well that even though I speak fluently, I feel like I can't speak anywhere near his level of Japanese. So the guy is good. He doesn't need to brag about it, because when someone's really good at something, they don't need to talk about it. What their skill shows for them, okay? He dropped out of school. He dropped out of Japanese school when he was in New Zealand. And again, I'm paraphrasing. I don't remember exactly his story word for word verbatim, but I remember something about him telling me that he had to memorize something around 1,000 kanji a week, and it just burned him out. He said he was the only white guy in a class full of Koreans, and if you don't know, the Korean language follows a lot of the same structure grammatically as Japanese, so they tend to have an easier time learning it. Same with English. Apparently English follows a lot of the same structure as Chinese, so when English speakers study Chinese, they tend to pick it up faster than even Japanese people, as long as they're not like, memorizing a ton of kanji, they're just trying to get the grammar down. And that was his situation. Everyone in his class was excelling, they were doing great because they were all Korean people who already understood the grammar. He was ferociously trying to attack that grammar, which can be brutal at the very beginning especially, and having to memorize 1,000 kanji a week. He was trying to tackle a language that some people start, very young. Obviously the Japanese people do start very young. Even my son has already started to learn quite a few hiragana, and he's 3. And he will start kanji within the next couple of years, and they start tackling like 1,000 kanji a year, easily. And you say, well, I've read about that you only need about 2,000 kanji to really be able to speak and read Japanese. Yes and no. There's actually 15,000 to 20,000 kanji that are on file. There's 2 to 3 new kanji created every year. Even Japanese people tell me if they go to the States for a very long time where they don't read any kanji and come back, they start to lose the ability to read some kanji because there's so many to remember. So even within Japanese people who speak, their native tongue, they start to lose, memorization of some of these incredibly hard kanji. So I just want to say to them, if a guy like Hikosaemon got burned out by school, you should not feel bad at all about getting burned out by school. It happens, man, it happens. And now's the time to focus on something else that you want to do as far as with Japan. You want to head back to your own country, totally understandable, but you guys still have the dream of Japan, and that's awesome. The greatest part about it is both of you are still so young, man. You guys are so young. I came here when I was 27. I was way done with college already. Now I'm a 35-year-old Ochan, raising 2 kids and trying to figure out how I'm still going to learn a little bit more Japanese and sounding like a damn troglodyte when I talk. So you girls already have a fucking awesome ability with Japanese. You're going to go home, and I'll tell you what you should probably do. If you haven't already finished college, just go finish college. Get some stupid degree. Get like, basket weaving, underwater basket weaving. Come back here and get an English teaching job. You've got the Japanese already. Probably after that you could go to a Hello Work, which is like a temp company for hiring Japanese and stuff like that. I mean, hiring English speakers who can also speak Japanese. Go to them, tell them about your ability, and they will start looking for a job for you like right away. Start applying to jobs that need gaijin Japanese speakers, translators. Start looking at localization for video games, manga, anime. Dude, you got such a future ahead of you, so much. I'm envious. I'm really for real envious. I wish I had started learning Japanese. I wish I had studied Japanese in college. Such an idiot that I didn't take any kind of Asian language in college. I feel like such a stooge for that. But you girls got it, man. You did the right thing. You came here and you learned the language. You lived in the land. You learned by immersion. You learned by going to a school here in Japan where they only spoke Japanese in Japanese class. And now you, like I said, you speak way better than me. You speak easily well enough to probably conquer business level Japanese, I'm sure. I've never heard both. I've heard Sandra speak some Japanese. I know she's pretty good. I haven't heard Watashi speak Japanese, but everybody's better than me. And you've got it, man. So go back, finish up some sort of degree, or if you already have a degree, go ahead and start applying to jobs online, Give yourself a cool down period. Fucking school burns everybody out. It's understandable. Even when I finished, and I finished with a stupid ass art degree, I needed a little bit of break from school, and I had no goddamn clue what the hell I wanted to do. Hence, I ended up here in Japan when I was 27, finally realizing I loved teaching here and then loved drawing here. I didn't really realize what I wanted to do till I was 33, to be quite honest. I wanted to be an artist in Japan. I always wanted to be an artist in Japan. This is the best fucking situation for me. I love it. Every day is fucking awesome. But I didn't even understand that till I was 33 and finally had it in front of me and was like, wow, this is goddamn dreams come true here. So don't feel bad at how, I don't know, you guys are like, what, 22? Probably younger than that, maybe 23 at the oldest. You got so much time. You got so much time. Time's on your side. Do it. You're going to be okay. Man, I know life gets tough as hell sometimes. In college, I went through a huge gray period where I was super depressed. I didn't know what the hell I was going to do with my life. I was in any sort of clinical depression, so if that's what some kind of situation that you guys are in right now, man, I feel for you. I've had ex-girlfriends that are in clinical depression and probably still are, and it's rough. I don't have any kind of, obviously, professional certificate that could tell you what to do with that situation aside from, go to the regular help that you would obviously need, get the clinical stuff out of the way and then get back on your feet and head back over here. There's such a future in Japan for you. I think you've pretty much paved the way for a really great future here. You've done the right thing by going to college here. Now all you need to do is just go back, give yourself a cool off period, gather your head, gather your thoughts. Everybody goes through this. Don't feel bad. Everybody goes through a dark time in their life. The most important part now is that you figure out the best way for you to climb back out of it, whichever way that is. I don't have any other advice aside from, tell friends, family, talk to them about how you're feeling. Go to the proper, professionals that'll help you out. Climb back out of that dark hole and then come on back over here and there's an awesome future for you. Just don't give up, alright? The J dream is still very, very within your grasp. Go get it, alright? Until next time, I'm Unrested. You too should also pursue your dreams if it's for you to come to Japan. If you have any questions, comments, or anything about today, hit like, subscribe, comment, or PM me. Add me on Facebook. I'm Unrested. I'll see you next time.